everybody, and welcome back to my channel.
Back up on my bullshit, back up on the scene. Done dealing with you, don't know how to deal with me. Done fucking with you, don't know how to love me. Done dealing with you, so
It's been a while. We're doing a sit down video, y'all. Like, we're sitting down and we're chatting. Today, we're gonna talk about the 6 things that vet schools won't tell you, but I will. I know I will drop the tea. I'm gonna tell you all the gems. I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know. If you're incoming first year or if you're applying this cycle, I think this video is for you. All my vet students, if you're watching my video, y'all comment down below and tell me if everything I'm saying is accurate. And if I missed any gems, make sure you add them to the comments below because we gotta help out our incoming first years. I thought about making this video because I realized, like, as I'm about to go into my 4th year, there's just things that people just didn't tell me. You know, like, you know what I mean? Like, there were things I thought I knew coming into school, and then there's things that nobody told me. And I wish they had told me. Let's get started. I'm gonna start this video off by going into detail on the original 3 points that I made in my short. The first thing is, I have notes. Y'all know I always got my notes. My first thing is motivation is way less important than discipline. I think that, you know, for a long time, people tell you, oh, you gotta have motivation. Like, you gotta have motivation. Yeah, but like, no. Motivation is cool, but motivation doesn't sustain you when you really don't want to do something anymore. You know what I mean? There's a difference between, okay, I'm trying to actively lose weight, right? Like, I'm trying to lose weight. I don't always want to go to the gym. I actually dislike going to the gym sometimes. I hate working out. It's not fun. I don't enjoy it all the time. However, if I want to lose weight and I want to get the results that I want, I have to have discipline to get up and do it even when I don't feel like it. There's been times I didn't want to study. There's been times where I don't feel like getting out of bed and going to class. Motivation is in the trash. Like, what do you do when motivation's in the trash? And I feel like nobody tells you that you need to have the discipline to get up. So if you're incoming first year or incoming or like a pre-vet student, if you're just a student period, you don't even gotta be in vet med, but if you're just a student period, like, really work on building your discipline. Create a schedule for yourself, get into a routine. This is something I'm trying to do with my NAVLE prep because I'm studying for NAVLE. Yay. And I'm trying to build a routine for myself. So getting up in the morning, doing my daily devotionals with God, you know, going to the gym, which I'm actually dressed to do after I film this video. Go to the gym, come back, take a shower, eat, start NAVLE. Like, routine. My goal is to do 5 hours a day. And I want to have some time in the afternoon to be done because I don't want to feel like I'm studying until like the wee hours of the night. To my next point. You should take non-required courses because they will help you in vet school. Nobody told me that. Everybody told me just take your prereqs. And your prereqs are a lot. I'm going to tell you this right now. Your prereqs are a lot. But I think like certain elective classes I think would have been really helpful. Honestly, my school didn't even offer them. Like Towson, again, love my alma mater. Love it down. Got my degree. Great school in Maryland. Amazing. Didn't have the tools to set me up for vet med. I really wish sometimes I had went to like a agricultural school, like, you know, Tuskegee or NCAT. The courses that I would recommend taking are animal related, anatomy, physiology. Those will be so helpful. If you don't know anything about anatomy or physiology, you need to figure it out. Like, I feel like it's so hard because even now, like, there's things that I remember from anatomy because we finished anatomy our 2nd year. There's things I just don't remember. You know, like, if you don't do it every day, you really do lose it. And then the physiology, just knowing physiology early would be so helpful before coming into vet school because it's not the first time you're seeing stuff. Sometimes when it's the first time you're seeing things in vet school, you get overwhelmed. Even now, as I'm going back to studying NAVLE, you guys, I should have known. I should know this. It's been 4 years almost. These are things I should know, right? I'm still sitting there like, what the heck is alpha 2 agonist? I should know that. You know what I mean? Sometimes when you haven't seen things before or you can't make certain connections because you haven't learned them prior, it makes it really hard. Additional to your anatomy and physiology course, I also recommend taking an immunology course or a virology course. Extra little bonus class I think you should take is probably like a public speaking course. I know a lot of schools will usually require it anyway. I think they do, but there's some schools who are doing away with the public speaking requirement. I think you should take a public speaking course, especially if you're going to be a doctor, because you got to talk to people. You got to know how to talk to people. You got to know how to have a conversation with clients. You have to know how to exit a conversation with clients. We love our clients, but sometimes they chat a lot. So you have to know how to leave a conversation respectfully though, like not just walking out the door. So this might be a quick video, y'all. I'm already on number 3. Number 3 My next tip is to build your community early. Y'all know I'm an advocate for community. I'm gonna sing it from the rooftops. Build your community early. Like I said, vet school, in my 4 years, I can say that now. This is so crazy. In my 4 years of being here at Virginia Tech, I've built such a great community. Like, y'all know I got my girls, inserts clip here. I've built my community at home, inserts clip here. You know, all of my community, including Bluto, like he's community too, even though he get on my nerves. When you have dark days, they're gonna be the ones that carry you through. You better, if you honestly, hold on, let me pause this for a second. If you haven't built community with the one upstairs, that's who you really need to start with. Community with people and humans are great, but the person above or your higher power, whether you believe in God, Buddha, I don't care, have a higher power and believe in that, because that's also what's really going to carry you through vet school, is having a faith that surpasses all logical understanding. Okay, because sometimes school don't make sense logically, and you really have to pull from the depths of up from heaven to be like, help me, y'all, I need help. Honestly, when you come into vet school, like I've told a lot of the first years, start spending the first month building community with your friends. You're gonna feel overwhelmed. You're gonna feel like it's no way I can study and go out. You can. For the first month, you can finesse it. You can fail an exam and be fine and come back from that if it comes down to it. Don't fail an exam, but you could. You know what I mean? Because it's just the beginning. It's going to help you in the long run, because when times get tough, y'all got each other's backs. You need community. And even if you're not a student, and you are in the real world and you are working, but somehow you stumbled across my YouTube video, hey, Buki, you need community too. That goes for men too. Y'all need community. Build your friends. Find your ride or dies, because you can't do life alone. You're not meant to do life alone. So go find community. My next point, number 4, and now we're getting into the bonus stuff that I didn't give in my short. I just dropped my phone. But spend time learning the concepts even when you don't think they're gonna matter later. I spent so much time. Pluto! Yo! Sit down. Thank you. No, sit down, because you're doing a lot. I spent a lot of time thinking that I wasn't gonna need certain types of material because I don't plan to work with these animals. For example, large animal, I don't plan to work with. That's not my field of interest. I don't really like working with cows, especially on a production standpoint, because for me, when I see a cow, it's a pet. I cannot work with an animal who is going to slaughter. That breaks my heart. Yes, I eat meat. Like, I know I'm eating a cow, but like, if it has fur on it, it's a pet. If it doesn't have fur on it, it's food. Unless it's like a dog or a cat, then it's not food. Sometimes in certain units, my first and second year, I just deleted stuff. And because I was like, I'm not working with horses, why does that matter? Navly. Navly is why it matters. Really take time in vet school to learn. And that's hard to say when you're going through units and flying by stuff, but really make sure you try to understand some of the concepts, because they spin the block, especially when you're studying for like your boards exam, because these are things you have to know. They're not just minuscule details. You see stuff again. You do see stuff a lot, especially Virginia Maryland's curriculum, y'all. I talk about Virginia Maryland all the time. I love the curriculum. I'm biased. I go here, but our curriculum is a spiral curriculum, so you do see things multiple times. And as you see things multiple times, it gets to a point where it's like, girl, you don't remember this from like 2 weeks ago? No, I don't. I'm sorry. We had 3 exams in 2 weeks. I don't remember. My next point is competition still exists. They will never tell you that. That's really the tea right there. They're never going to tell you that competition is still a thing in vet school. You're probably thinking like, this is a professional program. We're in graduate school. We're adults. We are, and we still act like children. Some of us do, at least. Competition is still a thing. Like, you'd be surprised how many of your classmates are really low-key in competition with you, trying to see how much you know, trying to test and see if they got a better grade than you, so they can feel better about themselves. It's a thing. You come into vet school, like, really decide, stick to it, like, hey, I'm not talking about my grades with people. Like, Jasmine, love my girl down. She don't talk about her grades unless she's really close to you. Then she'll tell you her grade. But, like, if you just ask Jasmine what you get on that exam, she's going to say, I did good enough. You're not going to know what she did. You got to move real, like, you know, funny with some people, because they really just be in your business. Me, I personally don't care. I have nothing to hide. So I'd be like, yeah, I got a 64. Like, it is what it is. I don't sugarcoat it. I don't hide it. That's just how I am. I just don't care, because I'm not really in competition with y'all mentally. So I could care less if you know my grade and you feel better about yourself. That's great for you. I'm just trying to pass, because at the end of the day, whether I got a 64 or a 94, It don't matter. We're still going to be the same type of doctors. Clock it, clock it, clock it. At the end of the day, we all get the same piece of paper that says DVM on it, Doctorate of Veterinary Medicine, with your name on it, and it's signed by the people. These get doctorates, baby. I don't care. It took me time to get there. First year I cared because I came from undergrad. I was like, oh my God, a D. A D? Are you kidding me? I don't get D's. Girl, you do. It's okay. Like, you really do get over it. You really have to be strong and confident in who you are, and know that even though you may not know everything, that's the point. Like, you're supposed to be here to learn. If I knew everything, why would I be in school? You know what I mean? So don't let them people be in your ear. It's up to you. You got to figure out how you want to go about that situation, and you'll have your community who you can trust. Like, your community you can trust with your grades and things of that sort. You can gauge. Like, I be watching people. That sounds weird, but like, I'm an observer, so I watch how people move before I really talk to you and get to know you. If I see that you already weird, or that you're already on some interesting type timing, I don't even waste my time with you. My last and final point, y'all, and I think this is gonna be under 20 minutes. Scholarships. I get this question a lot from a lot of people. Like, scholarships exist, but nobody tells you where to find them and how competitive they really are. Scholarships for vet school, super duper 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 competitive. And they're competitive for this very specific reason. They're competitive because they're very specific types of scholarships. For example, there's a scholarship I think I was looking at, and I was like, oh, this might be cool because it's from a big pharmaceutical company. They give out scholarships every year. It was like $3,000 scholarship, which isn't much, but it's nice, you know. I looked at the requirements, like what makes you eligible to, you know, get into this scholarship. It wasn't for me anyway, because it was like it was for second or third year veterinary students. I'm about to be a fourth year, so that doesn't count. Who likes horses and wants to work with horses once they graduate. See how unspecific that is, though? Like, I mean, how it's unspecific, but it's specific. Like, I can't be a dog or cat practitioner in the future getting this scholarship. So, you know how many people in the world, though, want to work with horses? Like, that's a really broad field of people. Maybe it's not specific. It's very broad. Let me say that. It's very broad. So, like, you got to get to a point where it's like, okay, like, I guess I could apply, but imagine how many other people are also applying. That should never discourage you from applying. No matter how many people are applying to something, you never know. It could be you. You just got to do it. But it still makes you wonder, like, what are the chances of me also getting this when you guys are only giving out one $3,000 scholarship for people that want to work with horses when they graduate? That's a very big pool of people, you know? You have to just do your research with scholarships. You have to look around. I had a few places on my phone. So Zoetis, I just got a Zoetis scholarship. I think that requires you to be a vet student. And I think you have to be a second or third year veterinary student, because you can get it 2 times in a row. I did get it twice. I got it my second year. I got it my third year. So that was cool. Thanks to Zoetis for that. Love y'all. But that's like a $7,000 scholarship, so that was helpful. There's other corporations like AVFM, which is the American Veterinary Medical Foundation. I typed this down because I was gonna forget. They have plenty of scholarships. That's kind of where I saw that when I was just talking about that was on the AVMF website. The AAVMC, the American Association of Veterinary Medical Colleges, also has scholarships. And then lastly, the AVMA, American Veterinary Medical Association, also has scholarships. Now, again, these are broad scholarships. Some of them are real specific. Some of them are like, you have to be left-handed and walk with a limp and you can apply for this. So some of them are very specific and some of them are very broad, and you're like, okay, well, I don't fit into this one, but I might categorize myself for that one. So you just kind of have to, I guess, play it by ear and really read, I guess. The last place that also does offer scholarships is your veterinary school of choice. So Virginia Tech, we have our own portal of scholarships. I have looked at them, and again, they kind of still have that same broad category where I'm just like, I don't necessarily fit. They're either super broad or they're super specific, and I fit into none of them. So it's just kind of like, I just don't try. But you never know, y'all. Like, that's why I really am big on you have not because you ask not. You got to ask. The worst somebody can tell you is no. Like, you can't let that stop you from doing things that you want just because you're scared of a response of a no. And that just goes for life, period. Don't be fearful of rejection. And I say that as I'm still working through somebody who's fearful of rejection. It's all you can really do, is my point. If I have any more scholarship things, I'll post them on my doctor page. I don't see too many scholarships often, but if I do, I will share them with incoming first years. Don't hesitate to DM me or anything. If you guys need anything, I'm always there. I'm always a DM away. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. I hope all these things are helpful for you if you're incoming first year or a previous student, just a student in general who wants to know more about veterinary medicine. I hope to be helpful and pivotal on your journey. If you guys need anything, TAILS program has closed. If you guys know what TAILS is, I've talked about it a few times, but it has officially closed for this cycle. I help people write, me and other vet students, not just me, but we help students organize and figure out how to write their personal statements for vet school. This is something I plan to do until I die. So don't worry. If you miss it this cycle, it'll be back next cycle. The main goal is just to help you guys get into vet school because I'm about to be out of here and we got to rotate good doctors in, you know? So I look forward to chatting with you guys in the future about TAILS, and hopefully it gets bigger. It's been pretty big this year. I think we had like 30 applicants this year, which is a lot more than we had last year. So it's getting bigger and better over time, of course. And then shout out to all of the vet students or just doctors who have shouted out my TAILS program. Banfield freaking shared my TAILS program, y'all. Like, I am just like, yeah, y'all, I love the love. It's just amazing. And you know, I love giving back to my community. It's one of my biggest things in the world, and I love it. It's a passion of mine, so I'm never gonna stop doing it. I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.